Hey guys, it's Mike coming back with another Johnny Bench and Greenberg PC update video. Hope everybody's doing great, getting ready for the Super Bowl. I'm being a Vikings fan, but I'll be rooting for the Falcons this weekend. Just not a Patriots guy. Wherever you're rooting for or celebrating, I hope you enjoy the game. Always a good time. I got quite a bit today to show. I've been kind of so busy at work with the new year, so I'll try to get caught up today. First, I want to say to Michael, arfalc77 or sevens. Really enjoyed your last couple group breaks. Had a great time in the chat room watching, especially with some friends of mine, good YouTubers. Just a really good time. I'm so glad you did that. I haven't had too much luck. I had the Seahawks in the football break and didn't get anything, and then in the Cardinals I got this Chris Perez. I've heard the name, but I don't even know if he's in the league anymore. But thank you for that, Michael, and all his generosity. He sent me this. I assume out of his own PC, and definitely not necessary, but very much appreciated. It's Upper Deck Premier. I think it's 2008. It's a triple Bench, Morgan, and Perez triple jersey pieces. And it's numbered 33. And Michael, you didn't have to do that. It's, like I said, very much appreciated. But, you know, I know you were a little upset, I thought, at the end of the video because we didn't pull out a whole lot of big names, but you know, to me it's all about just being there with the guys, chatting, listening to, you know, watching you and how much fun you're having or not having opening some of the boxes. But I have no problem at all, and don't ever worry about what you pull. I mean, we all take that chance, and you know that. I know you want to do well for everybody, but I hope you do another break soon. I haven't heard any more talk about that, but I would be up for another one for sure. But thank you very much for that. I really appreciate you throwing that in. Nice card. I didn't have it, of course, and yeah, I'll go into the PC. Thank you very much. Getting on to the bench stuff, I'll do first. I got one more of those Transcendent pieces in. This is the base card out of 65. I know a lot of people have been trashing the Transcendent, but the cards are beautiful. These are silver framed for the base, and of course I'm not getting anywhere near a $27,000 box of cards, or even, you know, going in with a bunch of people, but just beautiful cards. I mean, I just love them. Great picture of Bench. At least they used something different for him for a change. But very nice. And all I need now is a sketch card, which I actually have coming in. I got it from a guy in Korea, of all places, and it got to Chicago just fine. But that was back on like the 17th, like 2 weeks ago. And it's kind of in limbo now, so I know how those things are. They'll sit forever, and then all of a sudden you open your mailbox and there it is one day. But I guess if it gets into February, I'll have to try to figure out where it's at. Out of tech for this year, I got a couple more. I got some base stuff, but I'm not going to show that kind of stuff. I'm just going to show the better stuff. I got one of the printing, well, I don't know if they're not printing plates. I guess they're semi, I don't even know what the hell you call them. This is the magenta base, or cyan base, I'm sorry. One of one. Very cool. Wanted to get one of those for the PC. I did get the orange magma. I love that name. 25 autograph card. These are really nice. This orange one is. I've seen a few other players too, and that's really a pretty card. Really nice autograph. Bench is starting to get up in years a little bit, but he still has a very nice autograph. A little old school product here. I love SP Legendary Cuts. And I know the boxes are very, very hit and miss. But when you see some of the hits that come out of them, they're wonderful. I think this is 2003 or 5. Obviously, Bench is still alive, so they don't really have cuts of his. But this is an on-card auto of hand numbered out of 10. And I use SP Legendary cuts. I use more for the Greenberg collection. But that's just beautiful card. And the price was relatively cheap too. I don't know. It seems like everybody wants patch cards anymore, and some of the plain autograph cards are going for pretty good prices right now. So I'm not one to complain. Out of 2009 Ultimate Collection, I grab these patches whenever I can because they're just crazy. This one's been on eBay for quite a while, but he's wanted like almost $100 for it. And I didn't want to pay that much. And I mean, it's been on there maybe a year, maybe 2 years. It's been on there a long time. And I think it's part of the C in Cincinnati, maybe, on the uniform. It's one of the old grays. I could be wrong. I'd have to think about it maybe a little bit more. Maybe the part of the B, but I think it's too small for that. So anyway, it's 10 out of 35. If anybody knows these Ultimate patch cards, that's about as good as it gets for Bench right there, for the most part. I think I got like 3 or 4 of those now. So I got it for a good price, got some eBay buck deals, and I said, why not? And everything else for Bench is going to be out of this year's National Treasures. This is the base to 99. A little stitching on it, which for a base card, that's about all you're going to get, unless. And I'll give Panini credit. I'm not a big Panini guy, as you know. I'm a Topps guy. But on the, I guess it's an alternative card or a variation card or something. This one's numbered to 49 with a gray slice on it, but at the bottom, the Panini actually says greatest catcher ever on the card, which I'm surprised they're making a statement, but I couldn't agree with them more. As you'll see, there we go. Greatest catcher ever. I'm surprised they put that on there. But they'll get no argument for me, and their status in my book just went up a few points. And this is the set out of 5. They call it a patch card, but it's actually 2-color jersey piece. And it's got the gold version of Greatest Catcher Ever on it. Now, they do have there's a 1 of 1 of this that's probably got a laundry tag, I think. I haven't seen it yet pop up, but I'm soon looking for it. Kind of dirty too, so that's a pretty cool card. And yes, he is the greatest catcher ever. So Panini, good job. Got a couple books. I'm gonna ask your opinion on one of these. This one's numbered to 10. I'm not a big fan of National Treasures baseball this year. I think the veteran players, and I'm gonna show you one here in a few minutes of Hank, are by far the best cards out of the National Treasures this year, unless you just get the ridiculous low-numbered stuff. This is out of 10. They don't even stencil it this time. They just put a little bar across the wood and write Little General instead of like stenciling, which they do on some cards. I have the picture of Bench, though. That's a great picture of him throwing. And then I got this one, and it's numbered. The weird part is this one's numbered to 10. This one's numbered to 99, and it's got a raised border at the top and a raised border at the bottom with stitching, and I assume that's Bench. I hope some kid just didn't take a pencil and write that on there, which I doubt, but it's got the number 5. I'm wondering if this is like a waistband he wrote his number on, or maybe a hat, a cap, sweat piece going around the cap, maybe with his number on it. It's real white. It's it's not a soft material. It's kind of rough. And you can see the 2 raised at the raised at the top, raised at the bottom, and then 5 he wrote to identify whatever piece of it this was, pants or cap or whatever. So if anybody's got an idea of what that might be, let me know. That's pretty cool, and especially they put on the piece out of 99. Do you think that would be like the 1 of 1 or a number to 10? But I do see in some of these breaks nowadays where the crazy, you can see some crazy stuff on high number pieces. Got 3 Hank pieces. This one, if you all know my buddy Brian on here, if you're subscribed to his channel, you've already seen this card. There's only 6 of these graded by PSA, and within 24 hours, maybe it's 48 hours of each other, we both bought 2 of the 6 cards. And this is actually the highest rated one. It's a Mint 9. This is a 1964 Topps Rookie All-Star Banquet card. Very, very. Since I've been collecting Hank for years, I've never seen one of these, and Brian's been collecting longer than me, and he never has seen one in person. I think he's seen one online before, but it's a banquet they had in 1964, and they made this little set of, I guess it's page 4, it says at the bottom. I think there's like 30-something different cards. There's a Pete Rose rookie in here that's like crazy money, like I think he told me like $1,500, $2,000. But this page was for the honorary election committee. The Cardinal fans will recognize the name Frankie Frisch. And there's Hank on the phone, being the general manager he is. Probably making a deal for a player right there for his team. I don't know if he was with the White Sox then. Probably the White Sox then. But those are very cool. I don't care if it's a Pop 1 or what it is. This is going to SGC to get re-slabbed. So one thing I hate about the grading companies is if you send, like, I was told that if you send like a PSA card to SGC or vice versa, you would think they'd like to notify the other company. Here's the serial number for this card. We're going to crack it and cross it over and slab it over here just so they can take it out of their data bank. But they don't do that. So whenever you guys look at population reports, a lot of those cards might be gone and switched over to SGC or vice versa or Beckett or whatever. So you really can't go too much by those population reports. Out of this year's National Treasures for Hank, and I think the veteran cards are by far the prettiest ones, I think. Instead of all them no-name rookies, and yeah, maybe some of them will hit on and those cards will get valuable, but good grief. And the booklets they put out with this, I'm really disappointed with National Treasures this year. Unless it's the low numbered stuff, and they still do that. But this is numbered out of 15 bat card, which is all he ever gets. But just a great pose, and I've never seen that picture before. And they did a great job with that, so that is a beauty. Now, as I was saying about low numbered stuff, I saw Chad pull one of the booklets for Hank Greenberg. They're Legends cuts. They're only numbered to 3. And they're all different, because I went back and looked at his video, and his is 2 out of 3, and it's got Hammer and Hank stencil on the right. This is the 3 of 3 version, and this one's got 184 RBIs, which Brian's gonna get on me if I get this wrong. I'm thinking in 38 when he had the 58 home runs and was chasing Babe Ruth 60, that he had 184 RBIs that year. And it's just a beautiful card. It's a photograph of him batting, and if you can see his feet, and he signed at the bottom of the picture in blue ink. And great signature, 184 RBIs. It's just a great card. Number 3 of 3. Don't know what happened to Chad's. He pulled that 2 or 3 weeks ago. I guess the guy's not going to sell it because it hasn't popped up on eBay. And then, of course, the 1 of 3 is still out there. Brian, I hope you get one of those too. But that is just Beautiful card. Great signature. So that's it. Again, thanks everybody. Michael, thank you for the group breaks. Really enjoyed them. Hope you do some more. Everybody enjoy the Super Bowl. Go Falcons for this weekend only. And I think that's it. Thanks a lot, you guys. Take care, and Lord willing, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.